Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
Breaking news, Bengals, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins exclusively tell me they've agreed to a contract extension with the team. Jamar gets 4 years, $161 million with $112 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. T. Higgins gets 4 years, $115 with the first 2 years guaranteed, making him the highest paid wide receiver 2 in NFL history.
Wow.
Congratulations, brother Jamar Chase, brother T. Higgins. They got that deal done. Joe Burrow, I know Joe is happy, very happy to keep that unit together. Obviously, me, I didn't think it would be possible. I didn't think it would be possible. Obviously, I can't break down the numbers right now in front of me, but the fact that Joe was able to keep the two main targets, keep the two main guys together, man, is a really good thing. And that's a step in the right direction for us in finishing, what we need to get back to the promised land at the end of the season. So I'm happy for them. I'm excited. And kudos to the Blackburn family, to Mike Brown, and getting that done. And let's get some work on that defense end now.
Yeah, I don't see how they pay Trey Hendrickson. He wants north of $30 million.
Right. Yeah.
I don't see how. I'm not saying it can't be done. I just don't see how, Ocho.
Do you think it's possible to still pay Trey? What do you think? I mean, that's tying all the money up and just in four players.
He's gonna want north of 30.
Right.
The man has 35 sacks in 2 years. Nobody has that many sacks in the past 2 years.
Right.
He's been a Pro Bowler both years. I just don't. Like I said, could it happen? Yes. Yeah. The question is that you have to ask yourself, Ocho, is the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl, potentially win it over the next 2 years, is that worth potentially being in salary cap hell in 27, 28?
Right. Well, also
because this is about 25, 26, Ocho. This is what this is about.
Right. Well, listen, there's a way you can get out of salary cap hell is by continuing to restructure those that have large contracts. Restructuring takes.
But all you're doing is kicking it down the road.
Right.
You're not doing anything. You kicking it down the road because that balloon baby gonna come due now.
Oh, at some point. At some point. But hey, congratulations. I know all. Listen, I know my Bengal fans. I know y'all happy, man. Zim Hude, I love you. The deal has gotten done. I'm excited. I'm happy for both of them. I just want to make sure we do what we need to do on the defensive end of the ball, where we had our problems, our issues offensively, and just start late. In the beginning of the season. We need to fix that. Well, and I think we're gonna be all right. But we need to work on that defensive side of the ball and get some off-season acquisitions in, some help on defense. And I think we're gonna be all right. All right. Yeah. Who they?
OJ Brooks, breaking news. Higgins and Chase are back. I mean, let's see. 41, that's 71, Joe Burrow. So that's $126 million annually tied up in 3 players.
That's life. How much is that tied between two, Unc?
$55 million for Joe, 41 for Chase, 30 for Higgins.
Okay. Oh, 30, that's good too.
That's $126 million.
I like that.
That means if you sign Hendrickson, that'll be over 150 million. So you'll have half your cap, over half your cap in 4 players.
Woo.
I just don't see how to do it. We'll see how they do it.
Hold on.
Just 2 weeks.
I think it's gonna pay off. Have the Bengals ever rolled the dice like this before?
No.
Has Mike Brown ever rolled the dice? If
No.
it won't change, sometimes you have to do things different.
True.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and getting the same results and expecting something to change. The fact that he's willing to change, the fact that the Blackburn family and the Mike Brown family are willing to do something different, it lets you know, all right, you know what? We are intent on winning. We're intent on winning and doing what's necessary to make sure we do. For one, to contend in the AFC North and then further ourselves in the playoffs when the time comes. I like it. I like it. I'm excited. I'm excited. I saw T Higgins just tweeted. T Higgins just tweeted the handshake emoji. That's dope. That's tight. That's tight. I'm happy. I'm excited. Yeah. So when we win the AFC North, you know why.
Ain't happening. Did the Ravens trade L. Jack?
Hold on. This not what we got. This what we not gonna do. This is not what we gonna do. The AFC North this year. I'm not talking about what's happened in the past. Okay. I'm talking about this year. It's running through Cincinnati. It's running through 513. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
Hey, no one has ever said the road to the Super Bowl goes through Cincinnati.
You know what? And you know what happened? No one has ever seen Mike Brown and Troy and Katie do what they've done today.
Okay.
All right.
Ocho, there has reportedly been quite the vibe shift for wide receiver Garrett Wilson after the New York Jets moved on from Aaron Rodgers and added Justin Fields this offseason.
Yeah.
Wilson has told friends he's thrilled with the addition of Fields. ESPN's Rich Cimini wrote Sunday, "It's no secret that he and Rodgers didn't see eye to eye last season, but now he has a quarterback he knows and respects. They've maintained a good relationship. Another reason," Wilson said, to be excited about 2025. In December, the NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reported all is not well with Rodgers and Wilson and added that privately there have been questions regarding whether Rodgers and Wilson can find common ground since they had a blow up during training camp, which I tried to tell Ocho.
Yeah,
and Ocho said, "Don't worry about that,
Yeah, I didn't think it would be anything bad because I've had those same kind of talks with John Kidner. I've had those same talks with Carson Palmer.
But not every day.
Oh, not every day. I thought it was just that one clip. I'm not
sure. No, you
saw
them talking every day.
Yeah. Most of the time, I think they weren't able to get on the same page. Aaron Rodgers wanted things done a certain way, and Garrett Wilson was kind of complaining. Whatever it may have been, it didn't work out. I like the fact that he had Justin Fields, and I know one thing: goddamn Fields gonna get that ball to brother Wilson. He gonna feed it to him, and they're gonna find ways to get him back where he was his rookie season.
Yeah.
Where he's very productive, because after this season, hey, they got to come see 5 with that bag now.
Yeah,
they got to come see 5 with that bag. He's the top 10 receiver in the NFL right now. He didn't look like it from a productive standpoint last year because the offense was in disarray, but he's gonna get back to that. This is Justin Fields' year too. Justin Fields can make himself some good money. You know, if he have a good season, huh?
They'll redo it. Yeah, absolutely.
If he have himself a good season, and they be like, you know what, this is the quarterback of the future for us. And he play how I think he should play. Mm-hmm. Now that you have nothing to worry about behind you, you ain't got to worry about nobody taking your spot. All you have to do is just play football freely and just focus. This is your team. This could be your team. They can hand you the keys.
Ocho, I just found it odd that Garrett Wilson was Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And looked better with Zach Wilson and those guys than he did with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I just found it odd.
With who? What quarterback? Who
Zach Wilson. I think he had Joe Flacco. Mike White. I think he had a couple of different quarterbacks. And the guy was Offensive Rookie of the Year, Ocho.
Zach Wilson. That's the guy. Yeah. Okay.
So, look, and sometimes, like you said, Rodgers was used to doing things a certain way, and that way, you know, at the end of the day, we got to get if we're trying to do the same thing, there have to be a give and take.
Right.
Okay, I understand that but I can't do everything that you want. I need you to meet me. Can we meet in the middle?
Somewhere halfway.
Can we meet in the middle?
You got to be on the same page, huh?
Yeah.
You got to be.
I'm not saying I can't. I'm not saying that we can't go to brunch. Mm-hmm. But can we not? Do we have to go to brunch every Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Of every month, of every week?
Mm-hmm.
Can we just stay home and can I watch the games?
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be a happy medium somewhere, Ocho. I understand who you are, but understand that. Look, am I as accomplished as you? No,
No. But
but
in order
don't
for us
think
to
I'm
work,
not fettuccine. I'm not fettuccine around this mother. Come on now.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You got to be on the same page.
Davante Adams is headed to Southern California, inking a 2-year deal worth $46 million, $23 million. He got $26 million guaranteed. Adams arrives in LA as the Rams prepare to part ways from former Triple Crown winner Cooper Kupp. Ocho, you like this move?
Absolutely. The funny thing, I talked about it earlier in the show. You lose a Cooper Kupp, one of the best route runners of all time, a Triple Crown. Not too far removed from that Triple Crown, I might add. Then you get Puka Nacua, comes out of nowhere. They put him in the positions in which they used to put Cooper Kupp in. And he's just that good. He's good. He can play on the outside. He can play on the outside. Big, fast. I mean, he's not blazing fast, but he's fast enough. And then, okay, now you're losing Kupp, and you're able to go get Davante Adams. Have we seen Davante Adams before? I'm not the one with the New York Jets. Not that one. Not the one with Las Vegas Raiders, where they didn't use him the right way. But the one who could still get it done, because I saw flashes of brilliance and what we're used to seeing from Davante Adams when he was at Green Bay. Man, he might have a little resurgence. And that's what I like to call it. You got your money. So there's no reason for them not to use you offensively, putting you in the same positions that they put Cooper Kupp. You can run the same exact routes. You can get open. You don't need help. One of the few receivers in the NFL. I don't need McVay to scheme me open. Tell me what you want me to do, and let me show you. Watch me go do it. He's surgical with them feet now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I like this matchup, and he has a guy that can get in the football. He can put the football in places that's going to give you a chance to run. Because that's the difference. Is that a lot of guys can hit you, but can you hit me with the ability to run? That I don't have to break my stride pattern.
Yeah.
You look at the way Joe throws Chase. Chase catch the ball, he just take off.
He can do so much when he got the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
Anytime you can throw a receiver a 5-yard out, a slant, a hitch, and there's a chance that they might go hit the head off the goalpost.
Yep.
Man, stop playing. Huh?
Yeah. And you look at, like I said, we've talked about the receivers. You know, you got McDuffie in Kansas City. He coming up in a couple of years, Ocho.
Yeah.
Got Stingley. They're going to have to see Stingley.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Sauce has done anything. Or maybe they're going to probably have to do something with Sauce here shortly.
Yeah.
But I like the move. I like Tay going to the Rams.
Yeah, I do. I like it a lot. Especially for the offense. The offense is not going to miss a beat. They not going to miss a beat.
Joey Bosa and the 49ers are having good conversation, and this feels like it's heading towards a deal. Nothing is done, but Bosa Brothers wants to be together and probably will get that this year, which likely means it will be a moderate deal with heavy incentives. The 49ers can offer Joey playing time, but also a role where he doesn't have to put wear and tear on his body, which could keep him healthy for the duration of a season. And, Ocho,
has that ever happened?
He's in there. He'll record. But he's missed 40 games, and he still has 72 sacks over his career. So it just goes to show you when he's on the field, he can make a difference. We just got to keep his ass on the field.
Yeah. Has this ever happened before? I know
Two brothers played together.
Play together. I know.
I can't off the top of my head.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, I think that's dope. Just the fact that you have the opportunity.
No, I don't think Preston and Drew Pearson was brothers. I don't think they were brothers, Ocho. I think they just had the same last name. Have two brothers ever played together? Oh yeah, the Griffin brothers in Seattle.
Oh. Yeah, dog. And how could I forget that? That wasn't even that long ago. Yeah, that wasn't even that long ago. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hold on. What about Derek and TJ Watt? One was a fullback in Pittsburgh, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Not in the NFL. Rondé was in Tampa and Tiki was in New York. Oh, yeah, the McCarty brothers. Remember they traded he one that left to Tennessee and went up going to New England?
That's right. Bill did bring him over there. That's right.
Yeah. But I like it. Hopefully they can get it done. I mean, they seem to want to play with each other. I don't think they played. Was he there when I don't think Nick wasn't there when Joey was at Ohio State. He came the year Joey left and Nick came. Or was Nick a freshman when Joey left?
I mean, that's exciting. That has to be exciting.
Oh, yeah. The Jets, isn't Quinny Williams and the linebacker Williams, they brothers, right? 56 and 93 and 95.
They are?
I thought so, yeah. Quinny and Quincy. But I like this. Ocho.
Yeah.
Eagles standout rookie Quinyon Mitchell got a wild tattoo after winning the Super Bowl. Hell of a year. Wow. Round 1, pick 22? Is that 22? Super Bowl champs. Got a lot done in one day. Till next time, bro. Woo!
Hey, that's live.
Look here.
He's earned the right.
I won 20. I don't care if I won 15 Super Bowls.
You ain't tapping that. You get nothing?
Hell no. That thing hurt.
Oh, you ain't got no tattoos? See, now we can add that. We can add that to the list of things to do in 2025. Get your tattoo. What that mean?
Help you, buddy. Nah, that ain't finna happen.
Hey, it's so funny. I mean, when I think about it, I would think someone like you would have tattoos. Then my crazy tail, I got 44. And you talk about you ain't got none.
I thought the only time I ever thought about getting a tattoo.
What's her name? What's her name?
I found no name. Mary Porter, Mary V. Porter. That's her name. And my sister, because I was telling my sister about it, and my sister's like, "Shannon, that'd be so nice." My sister found something where my grandmother wrote her name, Mary V. Porter. And I thought about it. I said, Libby, I would love to. I said, but Granny'd be so mad. She hated tattoos.
Okay.
She's like, son, don't mark your body up.
Okay, I got you.
You got them old people talking about. Yeah. She like, like I'm actually drawing on my body, like I'm scribbling something. And I thought about it, and I had the piece of the thing that she had wrote her name on, and I was gonna take it to a tattoo and have it put it right over my heart. That's what I'm gonna put it right here. Right. And I just thought about it. I was like, man, Granny probably be, boy, Granny roll over in her grave. I could just hear her now, son. Why you mark your body like that?
Even though it's her name, she still wouldn't be satisfied.
Nah.
Listen, my grandma, I don't know if I was 15 or 16, but I got Philippians 4:13. I could do all things through Christ which strengthen me. And I got a tattoo, and I came home. Unc, she was pissed, boy. Hey, Unc, boy, she was pissed. I was like, well, listen, I just thought about something I would like, something that would resonate with me. And resonates with you as well, because you're the one who had me in Bible study. You're the one who had me in church every Sunday. Boy, she was hot. Not only was she hot, years later, I got about my senior year in high school, I was probably up to 22 tattoos by that point.
What?
Yeah. So I'm covered up everywhere. You never see it because I'm normally covered up. So if you see certain pictures, you pay attention.
With blackness. Yeah, it's hard to see in the dark. That's what you covered up with.
And I'm covered up everywhere, man. From my ankle all the way up, man, to my. Yeah, I almost did my face by accident too. I'm glad I didn't.
Shit, boy, please.
No, nothing big. Just small stuff. But I didn't do it.
Nah, you did the right thing. Don't do that, Ocho. Why would you do that, Ocho?
I don't know.
You thought about it. You ain't had nothing better to do with your time.
Yeah, all jokes aside, Unc, I really did. I really did think about it. I did. I was going through a phase.
What was her name?
I was gonna put on my face.
Yeah.
I was gonna put a little cross. It wasn't no woman. A little tiny cross right here on the side, huh?
No.
By the earlobe, right here, just a little tiny cross.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I ain't do it though. I ain't do it. It wouldn't look too good on TV, you know.
Yeah, no. It was. I couldn't do that. I mean, congratulations to Quinion. I mean, hey, bro, congrats. I mean, first round pick, first rookie season, go to the bowl. You know, a lot of times, Ocho, when you have that level of success, you like, man, this is easy. It ain't. Trust me, bro. It ain't.
No, it ain't.
There are a lot of guys that play 13, 14, 15 years and never go, let alone win. I mean, just think about you're a Chiefs player, and you came in 3 years ago. You don't know nothing about Super Bowls.
Yeah, and winning.
You played with Tom Brady all those years.
That's live.
Somebody said about Amber Rose. Yeah, Amber Rose got her sons tattooed on her forehead.
Hey, and she can get rid of that though, right? Because technology is so advanced now. You can
get rid of them, but man, that thing hurt. She ain't getting rid of them. I mean, I don't know if you saw the interview, Ocho. She keeping that.
Yeah, I saw it. It was good. It was good. It was real good.
I mean, Ocho. For me, I like talking to people. Like a lot of these people, I had no idea I would ever meet.
Right.
Talk to a Tabitha Brown or a Miss Pat or Amber Rose. People like, man, some of these athletes, man. I'm sitting down. I'm talking to Magic Johnson.
Crazy.
Talking to Cat and Donnell Rollins and all these the comedians and Garrett Owens and Bruce and Lavelle Crawford. I've seen Bruce many times perform in Atlanta. Quake. And to sit down and talk to him. And you're right, you have a perception. And then when you get down and talk to the person, and I'm not talking about so much on camera, I'm talking about you get an opportunity to talk to them before and after. Then I like, okay. The big news of the weekend, Ocho, the 49ers have dealt Deebo Samuel to the Commanders in exchange for a 5th-round pick. As a part of the trade, Washington is taking on the remainder of Samuel's contract, paying his full $17.55 million salary in 2025. Do the Commanders now have the most dangerous offensive core? They have Jaden Daniels at quarterback, who was Offensive Rookie of the Year. Brian Robinson Jr. running back, Scary Terry McLaurin. They have Deebo Samuels and Zach Ertz. They also have Naomi Brown.
Naomi Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, they've improved. They've improved tremendously. I mean, hell, they were in the NFC Championship, huh?
Yeah.
They were in the NFC Championship last year. And then you bring a dynamic playmaker like Deebo Samuels over to your offense again. And what does it do for your quarterback? It takes pressure off your quarterback again, even more pressure. I don't have to do more. What do you mean? We got Deebo Samuels. You know how many things he can do? He's a little Swiss Army knife. He can play in the slot. He can go outside. You can put him in motion. You can put him in the backfield. You can do so much with him. You know, so it as long as the creativity is there. I'm not sure who the offensive coordinator is for the
Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh, it's Cliff? Oh man, they straight.
They ain't got nothing to work. And they about to they said the reports are they about to franchise Odigizua. So that's gonna be $25 million. Hard cap, you can't spread it. Dak is about to be what, $90 million against the cap? CD.
He'll probably
You haven't even signed Micah.
Right. I think, but to give them a little breathing room, they'll restructure Dak. They give him a lump sum on the front end and the signing bonus. They'll free them up, some of that cap, and that's their fault. They want to wait till the last minute to do that.
They do.
They did that.
That's what they always do. That's why you wait till the last minute. Now you got to franchise Odigizua. Now, if you don't sign him, guess what? He gone.
Yeah.
But you mess your cap up. You gotta have some foresight in order to see, like, you know what? This guy's a player for. I know, go to him, sign him a little early. And then a year from now, you're like, damn, they got him for that?
Yeah.
Troy Aikman did not hold back when addressing the disappointment of the start of the Cowboys season. Uh-oh. He took dead aim at CD Lamb and the other Dallas wide receivers.
Whoa.
Performances, through the first 6 games. I think the routes are terrible. I think they run terrible routes. And I've always thought that beyond this year, I think CD's got to improve in his route running. And as a quarterback, if you're not certain where the guys are going to be consistently, it's hard to play that position. I see guys lazy coming off the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they run. Usually if they do, it's because they're anticipating they're going to get the football on that play. But if they're not, they don't. And it all ties together. So I'm not impressed with that part of the game. Troy also talked about CD missing minicamp. I'm an old school guy. I just believe practice matters. So do I. I believe that having the team together matters. So do I. So if I knew I was going to be signing him anyway, I would have had to sign so he'd be working out with my quarterback and doing things that they should be doing. Ocho, you see, this is what I like, Ocho. I like when Troy, I like when white quarterbacks say that.
Right.
Because they don't get labeled as haters or jealous.
Right.
See, when you and I say that, if I'd have said the exact same thing, which I could say, oh, you a hater, you jealous, you bringing the black man down. Now, what y'all gonna say about Troy? I'm listening. Jump in the comments. What y'all gonna say about Troy? What y'all gonna say Troy? He jealous? He a hater? He envious? Because that's what y'all do when we try to offer critique for what we see having played the game. Y'all kill us. Y'all beat us up. Now, what y'all gonna say about Troy? Go ahead, Ocho.
Yeah,
but CD was never Ocho. I never looked at CD as a route runner. CD is a guy that's tremendous run after the catch.
Right.
He's not a route runner. He's not technically sound like Jetta. He's not technically sound like Davante. He's not a route runner. He's not like Torrey Holt. He's not like Keenan McCardle. He's not like Jimmy Smith. He's not like you, Ocho. That's not what he is.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But what I do agree with Troy is that, bro, even when you not get the ball, you got to bust your butt off the ball. You got to come off.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't like the fact him singling out CD, him singling out Dak. I mean, I hear a lot of CD this, CD that, CD, but hell, the goddamn defense is atrocious.
Offense ain't much better.
The defense is atrocious. And then everything is magnified now. Everything is magnified now because you're losing. So now when you're losing, everything is magnified. So now they nitpick at every little goddamn thing.
But you know that going in. Ocho, what's going to happen? You start to lose. They say you lose because you sat on your helmet. You start to lose because your locker room dirty.
All type of stuff.
I told him, Jared talking about, well, we don't need him at practice. I said,
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I said, you see how dumb that sound? Now, you know you're going to sign him or we're going to get him. We knew we were going to sign him. Why would you? What do you mean he doesn't get anything at practice? Do you see the connection or the non-connection that he and Dak has had for the first 6 games?
The Wi-Fi is off a little bit. The Wi-Fi is off a little bit. No matter what y'all did the previous year, you have to get in the lab. You got to get in the lab and rebuild that chemistry all up again. You got to unplug your router, plug it back in, and restart.
Yes.
Every season, you got to do it. And you can't do it in the offseason when you're just by yourself.
No, you need to work with
structured environment with people pulling and tugging and pushing on you. That's when you get it done.
That's why, Ocho.
And if you knew you was gonna sign him, why wait? Why play the game? You did the same thing with goddamn Zeke. You did the same thing with Zeke. Mm-hmm. Are you serious about winning? Then you need all your players together. You need them all together when it counts and when it matters. Mini camp, training camp, all season workouts. Come on, man.
But here's the thing, though, Ocho, is that we know Troy got in Mike's ass. Yeah. He demanded excellence from Mike.
Right.
So this is not, but I just believe you got to hold guys accountable. It is an absolute must.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm not telling you what somebody told me to say. I'm telling you, having been in situation, the standard is the standard, and we don't change that standard because of who you are. We play to the standard, and whatever happens after that, we live with it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not going to come in. Oh, no. No. When we hit that field, we had an expectation.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how everybody else did it, but when we hit that field in Denver,
y'all listen. Y'all was a well-oiled machine, boy. Y'all was a well-oiled machine.
There was an expectation, Ocho.
Machine.
There was an expectation that we had.
Right.
We played to a standard. We know what was we knew what was expected of us.
Right.
From each and every one of us. John had to play we had a standard here. But John needed to play to his standard.
Right.
84 needed to play to his standard. So did 30. So did 87 and 80. Everybody played to the standard. And then whatever happens after that, we live with it.
Right.
But it wasn't, people think you get good in the games. You win the games Monday through Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is tied together. Anybody that tells you that it's not, don't play the game. And they've never played the game. That's when you win the game. It's what you do in the meetings. How attentive are you? In practice. Yeah, I know practice. Yeah. I need.
You need it.
I just don't get these guys. I just don't get them.
And listen, we talk about Troy, talk about CD, talk about Dak, and have you seen the goddamn schedule for the Cowboys? The next 3 games, hell, the next 5 in a row.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, it can get ugly. It can get real ugly. I'm not sure when DeMarcus Lawrence comes back. I'm not sure how long he's out. I'm not sure how long Micah Parsons is out. But it can get ugly real fast.
Yes.
For a team that's been 12-5 the past 3 seasons.
Well, Micah's missed the game. He's missed the game. So they're on a bye week. So 3 weeks, it all depends on how bad that ankle sprain is.
Right.
For him to come back. I don't know D-Law's injury. I don't know his injury, so I don't want to speak to like he's going to be out another week or he's going to come back. So I really don't know. But I know Michael has a high ankle sprain. And I think by the time the bye is over, it'll be 3 weeks. So is it a 4 to 6 weeks? Is it, do they, if I'm him, are you going to try to, now look, they're struggling.
Yeah.
You try to get your best players back as soon as possible.
Yep.
But just know, my numbers dip. I came back and I wasn't really healthy, right?
Well, they won't be able to use that against him, though. I mean, they can, but I doubt they would. He's the type of
I'm just saying. I'm just letting y'all know.
Yeah, he's one of them players you really can't play with like that. You can't play with him like that. Shit, I could have had him back. I could have had Micah Parsons back right after, about 2 days after he sprained his ankle, the high ankle sprain. Well, with my remedy. But don't nobody listen to me. Hell, I could have healed Kawhi Leonard. He wouldn't miss no damn time. I got something for his knee.
Ocho. No, Ocho. No.
I got something for him.
No. Ocho, you ain't got nothing for Kawhi.
Trust me, I'm telling you.
He bone on bone, Ocho.
Huh?
He bone on bone.
I know how to put a little tendon up in there. I can oil it up a little bit.
If you could, there'd been a lot of career. Brandon Roy would want to see you like 10 years ago.
I tell you no lie.
When that thing like this in Ocho, he might have a knee replacement before the time he's 40. Ocho. Teams reportedly laughed at the idea of adding George Pickens to their roster, according to Jeff Howe of The Athletic. These were Jeff words exactly. Word leaked during the draft that Pickens was available if anyone wanted him. Some teams polled by The Athletic at the time laughed at the idea of inviting Pickens into their locker room for any price, let alone a second-day draft pick. There wasn't a lot of interest in talking with the Steelers about a trade. Hence, this is why the trade happened after the draft. Nobody was interested.
I also would love to hear the teams that weren't interested. And the team that did laugh, I had something to say slick about it. Now, I know the issues that he had on field, but let's talk about what he does on the field. I know we've had small instances of him where he's loafed, where he hasn't blocked, being lazy on.
Hadn't run hard.
Not running hard. Now, let's talk about the times and when he does play hard and what he can do for you when he gets the ball in his hands. There's a bunch of teams that could actually use that. A bunch of teams that can actually use that, who don't have anybody.
Ocho, you do realize his job is to play hard all the time.
I understand that, but can I tell you something too? every receiver
Yes.
doesn't play hard all the time.
Ocho, it can't be that obvious.
I
You
know.
can't see the ball
I'm with you when
fumble
you're right. Listen, I'm with you when you're right. I'm just
and
saying
not
it's
try to
magnified.
Yeah.
It's magnified. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm
Yes.
trying to say. But you're right. You're right.
But see, the problem that he has is that if that's Randy
Yeah.
Moss, he ain't Moss.
Yeah.
He ain't Jerry Rice. So you don't get to have that
Yeah,
luxury of taking a play
Randy was
off.
funny with it, boy. Hey, Randy was funny with it.
So when George Pickens can give you 23 touchdowns, when he can give you 16, 1,700 yards,
Now,
okay,
listen,
take a play off.
Now he's that type of player, though. But you know what it takes to get that? It takes opportunities. It takes the ball. It does, and we understand the quarterback carousel and the issues they had offensively over there, where that wasn't the case. He's that type of talent. Now,
you can't start off like that, Ocho.
Huh?
You can't start off like that. You can't be like that your first couple of years. You got to get some seniority under your belt.
Right. Hey,
that's year 5, year 6 after you've been to the Pro Bowl 3 or 4 times. You've been a first team All Pro a couple of times. You can't do that coming out the box.
I know. We were frustrated. I know we were frustrated. Like you know what? You know, I know he was, because you look at people. You look at some of the players. Even you doing. If I think it was you that did the comparison as far from a talent standpoint when it was coming out the draft. You know, I mean, dude, immensely talented. There's just another side that once we fix that up, he matures a little bit, he's going to be all right. Listen, after that conversation I had with him, he's going to be all right. He's not going to have no issues in Dallas. Because listen, my back against the wall now. You're seeing all the young bulls get paid. They making big money. You need to be a $30, $35 million receiver. You can be that if you show this year in Dallas. The world is watching now. You on the biggest stage, baby. You on the biggest stage. Just go out there, do what you need to do, handle your business, and get your bag in the offseason.
Most receiving yards in the Steelers drafted in the last 20 years. Antonio Brown was a 6th-round draft pick in 2010. He averaged 86.2 yards with the Steelers. He averaged 67.8 with 2 teams after that. Mike Wallace was a round 3 pick in 2009. 64 yards with the Steelers, less than 50 with 4 teams after that. Santonio Holmes, 64 yards with the Steelers, round 1 selection in 2006, 42 yards with 2 teams after he left. Juju, 61 yards with the Steelers, 35 yards, 2 teams after he left the Steelers. George Pickens, round 2, 2022, 59 yards. We'll see what he averaged. Deontay Johnson, 2019, a round 3 selection, 57 yards, 31.3, 3 teams after. Sometimes the grass ain't always greener. Now, look, the Steelers don't have, the one thing we know about the Steelers, though, Ocho, they ain't got no problem moving on from a receiver.
They don't. After they get what they want to out of them, they get a whole lot of production out of the one they move on from first now. You know, so
I mean, you think about it. Think about who. I mean, Swan, Stallworth, and Hines Ward. All the other receivers have been Louis Lips left. Yancey Pigpen left. Yeah, I mean, think about it, Ocho. All the other ones left.
Yeah.
Plex.
Mike Wallace, Emmanuel Sanders, everybody. Obviously, it's the nature of the business.
Chase, Martavius Bryant, 53 yards, 33 yards a game with the Raiders. Chase Claypool, 52 yards.
Now,
less than 12 yards a game with 2 teams.
Also, you have to understand the situation these individuals went to. They went into a different situation. George Pickens is going into a situation where he is a bona fide number 1 alongside another number 1, where offensively they're going to use him a lot more than these other players were used when they went to the places they went to. Again, and he's also and I mean no disrespect, I got to say that, he's a much better talent and receiver than everybody else you just named too, outside of the Antonio Browns.
Yeah, I was gonna say he better than Antonio.
Shit, man, brother Brown might be top 5 all time, depending on who you ask.
I just look. The thing is, for whatever, but it's got to be something in Pittsburgh. Look at all the receivers we've named, and for some reason, you either coach it or you tolerate it, Ocho. Now, what is it? What's going on? You coach it or you tolerate it. Which is it, Ocho? I'm asking.
Well, you got Mahan. You got you.
Because what other team have a position? What other team has a running back position, a D-line position, a cornerback position, a quarterback position with this many? Hold on. This is the last 20 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We didn't mention Plex. We didn't mention Emmanuel Sanders. So that's 10 receivers in the last 2 decades. What's going on,
I
Ocho?
don't know. Listen, if we go down the other 31 teams, it'll probably be the same goddamn thing.
So we got 10 players at one position that the team has gotten rid of.
Oh, but it's the nature of the business. It's the nature of the business too now. Huh? Come on now.
No, it's not,
You
Ocho.
think so?
Don't do that. Name the team.
Oh, I don't have it in front of me. I'm just saying.
No, you ain't got to have it in front of it. You, off the top of your head, name 10 players that play a position for any team that's had these kind of issues, what the Steelers had with wide receivers.
Oh, shoot. None.
All right, let's see what you wrote down, Ocho.
Boy, I can't think of none, boy.
Because there ain't none. You're not naming 10 players for one team at one position. I ain't talking about getting rid of somebody from, okay, we got rid of wide receiver, we got rid of a tight end, we got rid of a DB, this is all one position, Ocho.
Yeah, you're right. Well, maybe they just have they got bad luck over there.
You coach it or you condone it?
A little bit of both, depending on how good he is.
Okay. According to James Slater, George Pickens says he found out when everyone else found out about the trade. He says, like, the mojo and the swag is here. George Pickens was asked how he sees himself in this offense with CD Lamb. He says he definitely sees himself on the outside. He doesn't really understand the notion of a 1A and 1B receiver. When I used to watch football, there was always a good receiver. There's always a good receiver on the other side of him. So I just feel like we're going to work off of each other really well. Pickens was asked what he brings to the team. As a teammate, he said he's bringing people along. He knows how to win, having won a championship at Georgia. He says he doesn't know what number he plans on wearing yet. Next order of business is getting here as quickly as he can. But he needs to find a place and a vehicle. Haven't talked to Jerry yet, but spoken with Dak and the coaches and met some of the players. Speaking of swag, the Dallas Cowboy Pro Shop is already sold out of shiesties.
Listen, I got a few jerseys I got to get me this off season too, man. I got to get me a George Pickens Dallas jersey. I got to get me a Zach Wilson Dolphin jersey. I got to listen. Is it okay? Hey, chat, y'all, let me know. Can I get a Shedeur Sanders jersey, even though I'm Bengals by heart, or is that
no? Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, sure you could.
Understanding the circumstances.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm curious. I'm going to ask Bengal fans that, see how they feel about it. If they say no, I won't get one.
Yeah. But Cleveland is probably y'all biggest. It's like the Ravens and the Steelers. That's the biggest rivalry. Y'all biggest rivalry is Cleveland.
Yeah.
Y'all in the same state. Colors are close. I mean, because you think about
Ohio.
it. Paul Brown started the Cleveland Browns, and then he went and started the Cincinnati Bengals. So there ain't no love lost between you two guys. But absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just.
Absolutely. If you want to get one, good luck trying to find one.
Oh, I just call Prime. I just call Shedeur. Hey man, listen, I need a jersey. No.
Yeah. But I really hope George Pickens figures it out. I mean, he's too talented, Ocho, to be bouncing around. Sometimes people will give you grace. Okay, it wasn't the right situation. The quarterback. You go to the Cowboys, like okay, but don't go anywhere else but the Cowboys. Now, if the money. You want more money. I totally understand that. But don't have the issues that you had in Pittsburgh here in Dallas. That's all I'm saying. Like Deontay Johnson, like, bro, you on 3 teams last year. Something ain't right.
Yeah, you guys.
So hopefully, because I agree with you, Ocho. I think he's too talented. Right. He can run. He can catch. He's strong. He's physical. Got great catch radius. Great run after the catch. Can high point the football. He can block when he wants to block.
Yeah.
But the problem is a lot of these young receivers, Ocho, they only see value in catching touchdowns or passes. They don't see value in clearing it out and let CeeDee Lamb come in behind him and catch it. They don't see value in blocking and the running back, instead of getting a 10-yard, he got a 50-yard touchdown. So you got to find value in other things when you're not doing what the thing you see is valuable. He sees valuable is catching a bunch of passes, scoring touchdowns. But there's also value in opening it up so CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson and maybe the third receiver gets a catch or a block that, a guy could have got 10 yards, maybe you sprang in for 40 or 50. You have to find other ways to bring value and to have value other than the thing that you think is valuable, which is catching passes and catching touchdowns. But I hope he gets it figured out because I do think he's immensely talented. I think he has a bright future, but don't squander this opportunity, young man. Don't squander it.
I told you, I got him. He good. We done had the conversation. Okay. That's why after that conversation I told you I had with him, we ain't had no issues since. Now, whatever the feeling.
They ain't played no football since.
My point exactly. So what you think
he ain't have no problems off the field. His all problems on the field.
Listen to me. Stay with me real quick now. I want you to see. Now watch the George Pickens we get in Dallas. I'm saying we because if he went to goddamn Dallas, I'm part of Dallas too. Now watch what we get.
Okay.
So anytime he make a mistake, everybody make sure you come back and you blame me. It's my fault. I let y'all down.
No, I mean, I don't care about. Look, you're gonna make mistakes, but I'm just saying that effort.
I'm even talking about that. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about that too. All of it. Yeah.
Because it's hard to tell if, obviously, sometimes the guy run the wrong route. The quarterback would put his hands up and he's like, he'll point to himself. That's really the only way unless, you played in that offense and the route combination and what goes with what. A lot of times I see West Coast offenses, I'm pretty familiar. They might call the terminology something different now because it's evolved since Bill Walsh, Paul Brown, that was Paul Brown's offense, and then Bill Walsh expanded upon it and gave it the West Coast offense. It's expanded, but I have a pretty good general knowledge of teams that run that system, what the route combination, what it should look. And so I feel very comfortable when I say something that I'm correct to a fairly degree of certainty. But he can definitely help the Cowboys. Cowboys have been looking for a number 2 since CD got there. They had Gallup. Gallup, had a good year, got the big contract. He just couldn't stay healthy, Ocho. Yeah. And he wasn't the same player after he came off that knee injury. I think he tore his ACL. He wasn't the same. He wasn't the same player.
Man, it's hard. The ACL, the goddamn Achilles is very, very difficult to come back, especially for skill position players. I think quarterbacks, if you're not much of a dual threat, which most quarterbacks are now, it's hard to come back, man. It's very.
Yeah, it normally takes you a year unless you're Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson got people thinking that he just had an ankle sprain.
Hey, he came back and had a better season the next year.
He went for 2,000, was the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he almost broke Edie's record. He was what? He had 2,097, so he was 9 yards short of breaking Edie's record. The closest anyone has been. He single-handedly got that team to the playoffs because his quarterback was Christian Ponder.
Yeah. And they had Sidney Rice. Remember Sidney Rice?
Yeah, I remember Sidney, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You said you wanted to see Pick go somewhere else and see. Well, you get your wishes. Hold on. I think he got his wishes.
Not only did he get his wishes, now we have consistent quarterback play. I don't care what the chat or what the people of the world may think of Dak Prescott. He's still an adequate quarterback in this NFL.
He's better than what he had in Pittsburgh for sure.
Who you telling? So obviously in that NFC East, it's a good thing for the Cowboys offensively. So Dak has someone else outside of CeeDee Lamb, and I can't remember the tight end name who's actually good.
Jake Ferguson.
Ferguson is a reliable target, but to add George Pickens to the helm and to that weaponry for Dak to have offensively, I think they're gonna do numbers. They're gonna do wonders. It just bolsters that offense. And listen, as long as they use Young Bull the right way, man.
Ocho, during OTAs this week, A.J. Brown admitted surprise at his current mindset. Coming into the league, we're taught we're playing for this reason. We're playing for the trophy. And once we got the trophy, it was just like, I thought everything would be fulfilled. Like, the hard work and everything. But no, it's a journey. It's the journey that matters the most, that means the most, because those are the moments you look back with your teammates, those that are spending time with, you're going to war with, you're suffering together, you're winning together. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, once you look, I wanted to be a Pro Bowl player.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an all pro player, and I wanted to win a championship. I ain't think about no Hall of Fame. I ain't even realized the Hall of Fame until Mark Kiesler told me in '96, like, man, he's like, bro, you could put together a couple more years, you can go to the Hall of Fame. Right. I was like, what? I like, they take 7th rounders in the Hall of Fame. It's like, it don't matter what round you get drafted in, they go by production. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay. That was the first time that I had really even gave a thought. Now, mind you, Ocho, in '91, we played in the Hall of Fame game. I went to that very building that my bus resides in.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Not even thinking. Man, it never even bro, I'm from Glenville. I'm from Savannah State. Mm-hmm. Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Man, Joe Green in the Hall of Fame. Terry Bradshaw, Roger Staubach, the greats of the greats in the Hall of Fame.
Legends.
Yes. But you realize, and it's not good enough to make one Pro Bowl, because anybody can do it once.
Yeah.
Can you go back when they know you the guy? When they game plan for your ass?
Over and over.
Can you become an all-pro again when they game planning for you?
Yeah.
When you walk to the middle of the field, man, hell of a game, Sharpe. Man, Ocho, hey, man, you gave us that work today, Ocho. Hey, don't worry about it. We'll see your ass again. Yeah, that's what I want. I want when y'all go in the meeting on Wednesday, I want y'all to circle the A. That tight end of 84, we got to deal with him. Mm-hmm. And I totally agree with AJ, because there's nothing like, that's what you, Ocho, I never missed the game. I missed the bus rides, the plane rides, the bull jiving in the locker room, in the training room joking, in the meeting room cracking jokes. That's what because that's what you're never going to be able to replace.
Ever.
You never, and you're not besties with everybody, but you're not going to be around 10, 11 guys that y'all laughing and joking and back. You're never going to be like that again. It's never going to be like that again, Ocho.
No, it's not. And listen, but what you just talked about AJ Brown, I've become a little bit more fond of young bull, man, as of late, hearing some of the things he's talked about. I'm not going to get into detail on it, but his perspective on life and other topics that I've seen him speak on. And he's become a huge favorite of mine. Not even the receiver, AJ Brown. I'm talking about the human being.
The person.
The husband, the person he is, and values and morals in which he stands. And said, I never knew that about him. I never knew it about him because I've never had the opportunity to interact with him outside of the game of football. But hearing him and where he stands, and his beliefs, very, very, very admirable from the outside looking in on what I thought an individual was like, based on what I see on the field, but in who he truly is off the field. Dude, I love dude, man. I love, he real sharp. He's sharp, and he got a sharp mind, man. So it was a joy to see him in a different light than what I expected based on the football player that I got to watch on Sundays.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember we won the Super Bowl, and obviously, man, there's nothing like it. Like I said, we broke the NFC. The NFC had run 14 straight Super Bowls, Ocho. Yeah. And to win it and to hold that trophy, to actually be on the field, to have the confetti come down in your colors, and you got the trophy. Now, think about how many times I've seen the Super Bowl winning team go on the field and get that trophy, and everybody's looking at it. Now I finally have it.
Yeah.
A small kid from Glenville, Georgia, went to Savannah State and 7th round draft pick, and I'm the starting tight end. They pronounce my name and everything. And everybody in Glenville say, you know what? I know somebody that actually played in the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, I probably went to school with him, his brother, or his sister. That was me. And winning that trophy, that was at that point in time probably the crowning achievement of my career. And I remember going into the offseason, and I'm like, because back then, it was 16 games, Ocho, and then, we still had the 2 weeks. And so we started playing. I mean, first week. So I think the Super Bowl was damn near like the end of January. It didn't bleed into February. Mm-hmm. And I just remember, like, the offseason, Ocho, I was like, man. So I took about an extra week off and got back into it. And I remember when we came back to OTAs and Mike got up in there and was like, hey, congratulations, guys. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of you guys. He said, if you want to be special, you got to do it again.
Yeah.
There are a lot of teams that's won one in a row. He said, if you want to be special, you want to be remembered, we got to go back to back. And that was the mindset that we adopted. And I remember once we came out of, we had a great, as a matter of fact, we had a great training camp. Everything was great. We were having fun. And Mike would put like most teams have their schedule up there, all 16 games.
Right.
We put one game at a time. He said, this is a 16-round fight. We're going one round at a time.
Right.
Bing, boom, knock the Patriots out. And so we just going down, just checking them off, Ocho, checking them off. 13 weeks. Because think about it, we won our last game. Won our last two games. 97. Yeah, won our last two games in 97. No, last game in 97. Beat the Chargers. Then we go through the playoffs, win the Super Bowl, then we come out. So we win like 18 straight games, Ocho. Feeling good.
Yeah.
Get to the playoffs. But I agree with everything he said. There's something about that moment. And when I get on the phone and I talk to Burns or me and Ross Smith, calling Foots, Fee, some of them guys, and man, we just, hey, man, you remember such and such? We was at the back of the plane, Joni. I mean, very few times, Ocho, do we ever talk about the Super Bowl game itself. Right. We're talking about going to the game. We're talking about on the plane ride back, on the bus ride back. Very seldom do we mention anything about the Super Bowl itself. We always talk about the plane ride or, man, you remember we got snowed in and we had to go get people on snowmobiles to go to Buffalo. We get to Buffalo like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we got a 1 o'clock game. Yeah, man, that was so much fun. Ain't nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that. And then when you're in it, Ocho, you don't get to enjoy it.
Mm-mm.
You don't. Because you're in it. And you feel if you enjoy it, it's going to take you out of that mindset of what you need to do to make sure you try to stay in it. So, man, ain't nothing like that. Hey, AJ Brown said he's also upset about the current haircut prices in the country. Haircut prices are crazy nowadays. I used to pay $20 for a cut. AJ, ain't no more $20 cut, cuz.
But I used to pay $5.
$250. But you got to realize, Ocho, I was getting haircuts in the 70s. Me and my brother, my grandfather give me and my brother, $4, $2 to $5.
Yeah,
hey, we get both of us get a haircut. In college, that's all you was giving you, a teammate. Man, I wish I would pay a guy $5 to cut my hair. Boy, you better, man, please.
Boy, times are different, boy.
Yeah.
Times are different.
Ocho, look, I ain't got no problem. Hey, good $60 for a cut. I'm going to go ahead and tip you for it. Ocho, dude, they be wanting $200, $300 to cut me.
Man, listen, it's time. Listen,
charge $15 for a part.
Boy, hey, hold on. You talk about a haircut, $200. Boy, 2 steaks at the grocery store. Boy, $43.
Yeah. Well, guess what? How much are they in the restaurant? $70. So at least you got 2.
Hey, they got to make their money up some kind of way. They ain't got no choice to market up.
A lot of times what happens, Ocho, is that if barbers cut athletes, celebs, and entertainers, they want to live that lifestyle. Well, bro, you need to play a sport. You need to act, play an instrument, or dance, sing, or something, because you not finna come up on me. Hey, I grow dreads first. I get twists. I'm not paying no $300 for no cut. I don't care if I got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 million. I'm not paying no $300 for no cut, Ocho.
Hey,
I'm not.
That's a lot.
For just a cut?
That's a lot. Now, what we can say is about our friend not too long ago who's down here in Miami. Now that kind of service,
Yes.
I forgot his Instagram name. But for that kind of service,
Yeah.
$300. Now we talking. We can talk.
Oh yeah.
Later.
Okay. If you gonna cut it, you gonna dye it, you gonna give me a facial
and all. Yeah,
I got you.
Now that I understand. Now I'm not gonna get that every time.
Right.
Not every time, but every so often, you got your nice little date night with your girl. You want.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go. Now you good.
Man, please. Man, you think I'm gonna let you gonna be on my hair for cutting my hair for 30 minutes and I'm gonna give you 300 and then you want to expect a tip.
Tip who? Tip what?
I got a tip. Don't eat egg salad and ride the bus. That would be a terrible experience for everybody. I ain't got nothing for you, Ocho. No. But nah, I'm trying to think. Hey, AJ, yeah, well, I'm saying, I'm trying to think when I played, how much was I playing for a cut? Yeah, I was playing about $20, $30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I paid the dude cut my hair. Now he do a good job. I give him a hey, I think he like 45, 50. I give him 100.
Damn, what big money. Okay.
Yeah.
Big money.
But they do a good job of getting me in. Cause like when I was in Atlanta, Ocho, I don't do no walk-ins. I like a standing appointment. So for my nails, my facials, my haircut, my massage, I would pay for the whole year.
God damn.
Pay the whole year. Cause guess what, Ocho? When I say, hey, I want my time, they're more apt to move somebody to get me in as opposed to them moving me to get somebody else in.
You done already paid everything.
Yeah, I done paid. I done got back.
Hey, boy,
yeah. I always did that.
Hey, you complaining about me owing you $5,200 and you paying for nails, manicures, and haircuts a whole year.
They provide the service. What you doing? You taking money out my pocket.
God.
I can't pay him. I told him. I told the barber I would pay you money, but Ocho owe me $5,900 and I can't pay you.
I ain't never heard nobody do that, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, you did.
Hey, Ocho, check this out. I remember I had ran out because I get so I got this package and they lady runs a special on facials. If you go ahead and pay, you buy 12. Can I get them once? She'll give you 15.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the package, got the job at Fox. I still got some of the books. I have some of the books.
Right.
I ain't got them no more. But but I like that. I like a standing appointment. They know I'm coming at this time. Hey, when I get my massage? Monday. I used to get massages Monday. No, Wednesday and Friday. That's my massage. Haircut was Thursday. Nails, Thursday. I like that. I like knowing. I like structure. I like a schedule. I like being on a schedule. I think everybody knows that. Right. And I'm gonna be ticked if I come in there and I gotta wait longer than 5 minutes. Because I'm coming. I've already paid you for this time. Right. So don't be trying to get I can squeeze you in, come at 2:45 when you know my appointment's at 3. Because I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm gonna be We previously spoke about the reports that Terry McLaurin is frustrated with the lack of progress on a long-term deal. Well, new reports say that Scary Terry is not attending Commanders minicamp. All these camps now, Ocho, are mandatory. There are no more voluntary. They're all mandatory. Ocho, how would this situation end? He gonna get that money?
He gonna get his money. Can
I
tell you how he gonna get his money? I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you how you gonna get his money.
How you gonna get it?
Shoot, Jaden Daniels can go up there. Hello? Who is it? It's Jaden. I need my number one quarterback. I need my captain. I'm not sure what you need to do on your end, but I know what I need on my end. Mm-hmm. I need Scary Terry to get that money, so I have that safety net. So I had that individual to throw to, the same one. Pull up the film from last year. I don't understand what the problem is. I don't know what we mulling around for. Get him his money. I still got 2 years before I'm up, so we're going to be all right.
No, I'm going, this year and next year, after next year, I'm going to come see you too. And if I got him, that increases my value too.
Thank you.
Because I know I'm going to put up big numbers and I see where it's going, so I'm trying to get 62.
Damn.
Oh, I'm trying to get. Hold on. I'm trying to get Josh Allen number.
62?
Josh Allen would have signed 2 years. I'm 2 years after Josh Allen. I'm trying to keep the market going.
Okay.
How much Josh Allen got fully guaranteed? I tell you what, you ain't got to give me but 300. Make it all guaranteed.
300?
Josh Allen got 330. How much is fully guaranteed? 250? He got a quarter billy? He got 250 fully guaranteed. Okay, boom, that's me. So 6 years, 330. I don't really care nothing about that. Tell me how much. If it floods, if it snow, if it's a tornado, a rainstorm, I don't care. Tell me what I'm gonna get. So guess what? By that time, Ocho, 275. That's gonna be the going rate, 275.
Hey, so C.J. Stroud gonna be in that ballpark too, then?
C.J. Stroud up there after this season, yeah, absolutely, yes. And you better hope Patrick Mahomes don't say, you know what? I'm tired of all these jokers making more than me. Give me my true value.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. Yeah, Pat.
Because he won't. I'm saying he's made it abundantly clear. He's doing great with money. They've done great by him. And he's like, look, I'm just trying to keep this team together as long as I possibly can. Keep as many good players around me, a la Tom Brady, as I possibly can. Hey, and plus the money that I make off the field can sustain my lifestyle.
And it makes up for what he's not going to make in contracts as opposed to the other quarterbacks that's taking a huge lump sum.
Yeah. I think the thing is, Ocho, when you look at it, my homeboy, he's going to be like Brady. Brady is not the highest paid quarterback. Even though he played the most years, he didn't make the most money. Aaron Rodgers is at $408 million, I think, and then Matthew Stafford's at $391. Tom Brady way on that. I mean, Tom Brady. Listen, don't feel sorry for him. He made really good money, but Tom, it became painful. It became obvious to everybody. The most important thing was rings. It wasn't money, because Tom realized as a quarterback he was going to be able to make money. Now he's making $35 million, $37 million a year for 10 years. So he good. So he said, now look, I'll give y'all something to chase. Because y'all can pass me monetarily. I want to see the dude that's going to catch me with these rings. Who going to get 8? Who going to get 7? Who going to get 6 while we talking about it? I'm already there. I'm in the clubhouse. He said, look, I've already shot under par. I'm in the clubhouse. Come catch me.
Damn.
So.
Goddamn.
Terry's like, look, bro, I done been to the Pro Bowls. I done 1,000-yard seasons. I don't really know what else y'all want me to do. I don't know what else I need to do to show you that I'm worth whatever I say I am.
See, his situation is different. He's going to get his money. It's just about being patient and the timing of when it gets done. Miss minicamp, just make sure you're working out. Before the season starts, maybe before training camp. You don't want to miss another training camp. You don't want No, you don't do that. Don't do that. And I'm sure that the organization understands you're going in a different direction. You're going in a different direction. You had a phenomenal season last year. You got things off to a great start. Don't F it up. Don't F it up. Don't piss off the fans. You had a great season in NFC Championship last year. Let's keep that momentum and consistency of greatness going forward and changing that culture.
Wow. Reports are saying Colts wide receiver coach Reggie Wayne is viewed as a possible interim head coach if Shane Steichen struggles to start the season. Ocho?
I like it. You don't like it?
Now, here's the thing. They're under, Jim Irsay, rest his soul. Mr. Irsay passed away a month ago. His 3 daughters took over. I think his oldest daughter, although they all have roles, she is the majority. She makes the decisions. Because even if it's a family thing, the NFL wants there to be one voice. They want one person to be able to talk. And so she's the oldest. And I guess he, put it in a situation where, okay, you handle this and it's going to go accordingly. But that'll be very, very interesting Because it's one thing to like, damn, all of a sudden we're thrust into this and we're running a $1 billion corporation, a multi-billion dollar corporation. It's something entirely different when you got a head coach situation in your first year. That's not something that, you've been on the job for 5-6 years, Ocho. You ought to kind of understand it. But your first year, you got to make that decision.
Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, they've been around the game, though. They've been around the game long enough.
Yeah, for sure.
There are going to be certain decisions that are going to be made that can be, somewhat altering business decisions, and that is one of them. Listen, I'm not sure who made the call or who made the decision when Jeff Saturday got the opportunity.
Jim Irsay.
Jim Irsay. So again,
he loves his players. He's really close to his players. I mean,
yeah. So I mean, I think it would be a great opportunity for Reggie. He knows the organization. He knows the fan base. He understands the culture and what not only the fans but what that organization needs to get Indy back to their winning ways.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Ocho. You have to understand, Jim Irsay had a personal relationship with Jeff Saturday.
Yes, sir.
They're just, even though they're around, they don't have the same type of relationships. Mm-hmm. They haven't developed that. Mm-hmm. And it's different, male, female. You know what I'm saying, Ocho? So going out, Mr. Irsay going out and drinking with Saturday and some of the guys is one thing. That's not what they're going to do. They're not going to have that same dynamic as their father had. And so that's what, I don't want Shane Steichen. I don't want him, the man, to lose his job. But, I mean, this is a situation they're just throwing stuff up like, what if he struggles?
Yeah, Shane is going to be okay.
Yeah.
Shane is going to be okay. Him losing his job is all predicated on how the quarterback play is.
Yes.
Listen, the quarterback play is. That's all it comes down to. I don't want to call it the elephant in the room, but that's the goddamn elephant in the room. Mm-hmm. How well is a quarterback play going to play? Because if the quarterback play is bad, he's going to get you fired.
That's what happens. And sometimes they play just good enough to get the coach fired and them self-cut. That's where Rich used to tell us, Richard Smith, who was our special teams coach. Yeah. He said, son, you play just well enough to get me cut and you fired. ML Football released their top 10 receivers in the 2000s. Number 1, Randy Moss. Number 2, T.O. Number 3, Marvin Harrison. Number 4, Big Game, Torrey Holt. Number 5,
the greatest entertainer of all time,
Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Number 6, Hines Ward. Number 7, Steve Smith Sr. Number 8, Reggie Wayne. Number 9, Reverend Isaac Bruce. Number 10, Anquan Bolden. God, hold on. What year did hold on? Whoa. Where Larry Fitzgerald?
Hey, listen. Announce that.
Calvin Johnson.
Hold on. There was an argument about this earlier all day on Twitter, obviously on my timeline, because I said, hell, F that. Take me out and put Andre Johnson. Now, I think also I love Anquan and what he did for the game, but at some point, Calvin Johnson has to be on there somewhere as well.
What about Larry Fitzgerald? He just got the third most catches in football.
I said Larry Fitzgerald has to be there as well. But then people said it's the 2000s. So the 2000s, I think Megatron only got maybe 3 years because I think he came in I forgot what year he got drafted. I think he came in. He only had 3 years of.
How many years? How many years was Larry Fitzgerald behind Anquan? Because I think Fitz was like 1 year behind Anquan.
Yeah, it's some other shit. Derek Mason should be on there too now. I don't think people understand. D Mason put in some work.
Man, where that man Julio Jones at, man?
We talk about 2000s though. Julio came.
Anquan was 2003 then.
What you saying? Julio won in the 2000s?
No, I think
Julio came in 2011.
2011.
Him and AJ Green. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I should have been higher though. I should. Matter of fact, I should.
Who are you replacing? You replacing Moss, T.O., Marvin, or Torrey Holt?
Like, just off entertainment alone, I'm number one.
Who you were taking out?
I'm gonna put. I just told you. So
You gonna put you at
this
one?
What we're gonna do. You know, when we talk about numerical order, right? Doesn't everything start with 0?
No, it starts with 1.
Okay, but before 1 is 0.
Who 0 is at the bottom? 0 you ain't 0.
Right,
you don't want to be 0.
So it's me, then T.O., then Moss, then whatever order you want to do.
You know 0 is a negative number, right?
Hey, listen, I was okay. I was gonna have a quick comeback, but I missed it.
Yeah, I think you want to be. So if we got to take. We gonna take out Moss, T.O.
Hell, boy, we ain't taking off your boy. Nah. That's why. Hey, listen, that's why I specifically said entertainment and fun value only. I'm at the top. That's it.
But that was a good list. I'm very fortunate enough that I saw all these guys. Yeah. I saw all these guys. Randy, T.O., Marvin, played against Randy. I never played against T.O. Played against Marvin, played against Holt, played against Ocho.
Hey.
Was Hines on that? When did Hines get? Hines was on that team in '98.
Hey.
I know he's on that team in 2001.
Hey, tell Joe what I did to y'all when we played y'all,
That's what I was gonna ask.
Nothing, lost.
Hold on.
Who had the big game?
What I did to y'all when we played y'all,
I wasn't there.
Who was there?
You talking about in Baltimore?
Yeah, when we played y'all, what I did to you?
I think you might have had like 3-4 catches.
Man. And how many TDs?
How many catches did Ocho have in 2001 against us? Because we beat the hell out.
Yeah. Hey, pull them numbers up, Ash.
It wasn't no Hyundai. That's for sure.
2001, that was my rookie year.
That's okay. You was out there talking like you had 250.
Yeah, I mean, I bet how much I had. Ash, how much I had?
What do you have, Ash? 55, 60 yards?
Nah, I had by 230.
No. He didn't play in the Baltimore game against us?
I did.
Yeah. I think you might have caught a touchdown against us in 2002.
I sure did. That's what I was doing. I catch it.
That was at Denver then, but we beat hell out y'all.
Oh, you were gone?
Ocho, you had 7 targets, 3 catches for 28 yards against us.
It was bonus.
What I have, Ash?
Hey, that boy was skating out there, huh? What?
Against Baltimore? Ocho, you do realize, Ocho, y'all didn't even score.
You didn't? Hold on,
no.
I ain't scored?
It was 0. Y'all had 0.
What game was this?
Again, since you like zeros, y'all had that.
Hold on. What year this was?
2001.
I played?
Yep. 7 targets, 3 catches, 28 yards. What I have? I know I had me a tub, a sweet tub.
What happened to the other 5 catches? I ain't catch them?
Well, hey, something wrong with y'all.
Yeah, because
first of all, that was 4 targets. I mean, because I said you had 7 targets, you had 3 catches. So it wasn't 5. You and math didn't do too good. That was 4 you didn't catch.
No, I ain't dropped no balls. Now that's one thing I ain't do. I ain't dropped the money. I ain't dropped the money. My hands was like glue. You hear me?
And a tub.
Oh, I scored?
In 2001? Oh, that was 2000. Oh, I had 3 targets, 3 catches, 32 yards or so. You see the difference? 3 targets, 3 catches.
Well, you played. Hold on. You got to understand what defense I was going against. This was the Baltimore Ravens now. Like I ain't really get y'all scared.
No. You didn't get the 2000 Ravens defense. You got the 01 defense.
It's the same thing. Y'all wasn't missing too many pieces now. Y'all wasn't missing too many pieces.
Oh, what did he do the second time? Because that was the home game, I think, there. What did he do? Because I think he had a touchdown. He might have had a touchdown the second time we played him.
Every time I play y'all, I'm going to score now. That's what I'm going to do.
No, you didn't. You had 28 measly yards. You didn't even average a first down to catch.
That's my rookie year. They were just introducing me to y'all. You know when you first meet somebody, Joe? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I know
want
what
to
you mean.
introduce y'all. They didn't want to put me out.
Ocho, the first time y'all played, you had 1 target, no catches.
Damn, that's it. Oh, you know what? Because see, that's my rookie year. So they didn't really introduce me to y'all.
Oh, that was the second time. That was in
What happened?
Cincinnati.
What happened that game? What happened? What I did?
Yeah. I had 12 targets, 8 catches, 84.
Okay, we talk about
You had 1 target, no catches.
Mm.
He was out there bull jiving.
Hey, what year was that?
2001, the year you asked
That's my
for.
rookie year.
What they got to
Okay,
do with
what
us?
I did after that though?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was in
Okay.
Denver. Now, you want to see what we did in Denver? We played y'all in 2002.
What I did to you in Denver. Yeah, I know.
I know you lost.
Hey,
I didn't know. I know
I
that. I don't know what the numbers, but you lost.
Hey, what my numbers look like, Ash? What I did to Denver? Yeah,
I think you caught a touchdown against
goddamn
Denver.
right.
I think you caught a touchdown
That's what I
against
do.
us.
I catch touchdowns.
But we beat y'all.
Okay, we talk about from an individual standpoint. I can't control the team.
No, regular season. We played in 2003?
Yeah, what I did then. Because hey, by the time 2003 came, Joe, like I had fully arrived. Like I was like, I knocked so.
Okay, what was it? What did he do? Because that was I think that was Carson, the year Carson was drafted.
2003.
Hey, what year did you change your name though to Ocho? What year?
I forgot.
was
I
that?
think maybe 2007. I just wanted to.
If he'd have played the Baltimore Ravens in 2000, we'd have made him change it back.
Hey, Joe, listen, I changed my name simply for marketing and branding purposes only. That's all.
In 2003. Ocho, you had 10 targets, 6 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown.
That was me.
All right.
Huh?
What happened? What was the score, Ash? 30-10 was the score, Joe. Boy, stop.
Hold on. Oh, so I was the only one that scored?
Yes. And it was late in the game when you scored.
It don't matter as long as I got in there. Sometimes you gotta, when you go on a date, sometimes you get the first base, sometimes you get the second.
Yeah, I know what it was because we beat the
That's all right.
Hey, Joe, I don't want to tell nobody, but we had to call the dogs off. He scored with a minute left in the ball
That's
game.
it.
They were still throwing.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, he ain't had no choice but to throw.
I don't know what you had. You had a choice. You had 4 quarters, and you had time to do something before the end. We beat the brakes off you.
Ocho, you still celebrated on that
Oh
one?
yeah, no. Listen, one thing I always did, Joe, is I never did a celebration if we were losing, only if we were to tie the game or we scored first or it was to go up. I didn't play like that.
Well, you ain't do no celebrating against on the teams I was on.
That
Ocho.
Man, you lucky. Listen, you lucky we didn't cross paths like at the same time. Like you was on the back end and I was coming in. If I played during your era, like during, man, I would have sauced y'all ass up, boy.
Boy, Ocho, I was like, I'm good for having Tubbs against Cincinnati. Kelly.
You have to understand.
They were sweet, huh?
We played what, 2000? Dropped 2. What we do in 2000? This before you got there, Ocho. This before you got there. We beat the brakes off
you have
y'all.
to understand how bad Cincinnati was back then. You got to understand that, Joe. That's not fair. So,
y'all defense still suspect. I mean, y'all got some great offensive players with Joe and Chase and Higgins, but that defense.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
They only had 1 catch though? Damn.
Oh, my bad, Ocho. We beat y'all 37-0 in 2000. I scored twice. I already know that.
I don't like that.
As a matter of fact, I mossed Darrell Williams.
Hey, D. Will. Hey, D. Will can hit, boy.
Not me. He tackled me in the end zone. He had to smell the deodorant, though. I'll make them smell the deodorant, Joe. They gonna smell the deodorant because the referee gonna do that. I had about 4 catches. About 50 yards, 2 tubs.
Damn, man.
Not in Cincinnati in 2000. No, you talking about that's the first game. I caught a touchdown the first game, hit him with like a 2-yarder.
Yeah, it was
Go
bad.
to the game in
bad, Joe.
Cincinnati.
We were bad.
The 37-0, that's when they knocked Achilles Smith. That's when Rob Burnett hit Achilles Smith and knocked him out of the game. Y'all might have had like 40 yards that game. The hell you say? I called 2 touchdowns that game in 2000. I did play. Yeah, it is. In 2000. Yeah. Let me, Lord have mercy. See what I'm saying? Ash tried to shortchange me my numbers, Joe. She talking about I ain't play. That's one thing I'm gonna know. Ravens.
On October 22nd, your name is not in the box score.
Okay.
Well, listen. Get them right, man. Let them know, huh?
Yeah. Ash tried to shortchange me. We beat them 27-7.
Oh, I'm looking at Broncos. That's my bad.
No.
I'm looking at Broncos.
Shannon Sharpe, 7 for 66 and 2 touchdowns.
Against who?
The Ravens.
I was looking at the Broncos.
I ain't play y'all in 2000. That was when, as a matter of fact, that's when Corey Dillon broke the record against the Broncos. He ran for 275 276 because the record was Walter Payton 275, who broke OJ's record like 273.
Okay, I was looking at the Broncos. I'm sorry.
But don't worry about it, Ocho.
Hey,
What?
hey, I was that boy. But hey, Joe, you missed it.
Saquon Barkley's iconic reverse hurdle is the cover of the Madden NFL 26.
I just left Saquon. That's why I'm in Philly.
This is the second. Hold on. This is the second straight year a running back has been on the cover, Christian McCaffrey being the athlete on Madden NFL 25. That sparked the debate of the infamous Madden curse once more. This is the first time a member of the Jacksonville Jag has been on the cover of a Madden, I'll bet, as a person being hurdled. Damn.
Hey, the person getting hurdled, hey, he got to be upset about that, boy. He got to be upset about.
Oh yeah, he immortalized.
He made the cut.
That's like that Jordan push off, Ocho.
Russell?
Yeah.
There wasn't no push off. He just guided him a little bit out the way.
Well, he only that what he guided him. That's forever.
It is. I just left Saquon.
This play.
We just we were at Geno's Steakhouse tonight, and they turned it into Steakquan. Gino Philly cheesesteak. It was really dope event. I was able to congratulate Saquon on being the cover athlete. And we talk about the Madden curse. Josh Allen was on the cover. Didn't get hurt.
When?
Not too long ago. Josh Allen.
A couple of years ago?
Yeah, he didn't get hurt. Patrick Mahomes was on the cover previously. He didn't get hurt. So I think Saquon is safe. There have been players that have had small injuries, nothing too where they missed a lot of time. So I think we got to do it with the whole Madden curse thing. And Saquon is one that takes care of his body, doesn't really get hurt much. He has in the past, but recently he hasn't been hurt. I think he's going to be all right. And I honestly think there's a good chance that they might repeat. But being that the Commanders have gotten better, being that Dallas has gotten better, obviously adding George Pickens, from an offensive standpoint, I'm not sure how they would look defensively. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what that NFC West look like.
Man, Ocho, y'all was good. God, y'all was terrible. Ocho, y'all had 174 total yards that game.
But what year was that?
2000.
That's what they want throwing me the ball, huh?
You wasn't even there.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't there yet.
You better be glad you weren't there.
If I was, the outcome would have been different. I can tell you that.
No, it wasn't.
Hey, Ocho, you used to be out there raising hell when that ball don't come your way.
I think I might have maybe 2 instances like that. One, it was a playoff game. We were playing the Steelers. When Carson went down, I was very frustrated. So you have to get your production from somewhere. When a quarterback of that magnitude, the playbook changes significantly when the second quarterback comes in. So at that point, Now I'm feeling put me in positions to make up for not having him in.
Right.
And we weren't able to do that because we were playing the Steelers, and the Steelers that year, that 05 year, that defense, Joe, oh my God. So I just I wanted them to stop allowing them to dictate what we want to do. Let's dictate it.
Right.
Y'all will go do nothing.
So outside of that, I was really frustrated, Joe. That was one time, and it was another time. Same game, Joe. I got mad in the same game where
Was that was the one you was acting a fool in the locker room?
That's what I just told Joe. Yeah, hey Joe, boy, I was hot. Boy.
See, now I could have said something. See, I knew about this, but I ain't put him out there, Joe. Because that time I was on CBS, and the word that came back to me.
We got.
But I say, you know what?
But, I'm not one of those. I don't have them problems. Unc. Like though the ball not coming, I be chilling, Joe. Just that game, the magnitude of the game, and you allowing them to dictate to us what we want to do.
You thought y'all was going to the Super Bowl?
Yes. I promise you. Hey, Joe, all I needed was the ball. Joe, just put him in the hand, Joe. And listen, I wasn't one of those guys that catching 120 and 130 passes a season. 90, you give me 3 or 4 balls a game, I'm good. Because 2 of them, I'm finna get jiggy. I don't need a whole bunch of catches.
Right.
Shit.